Hello, welcome to the first episode of Neither Left Nor Right. So I'm here today because I want to be able to add to the discourse of what I see happening in society today, especially politically, with what's happening on the left, political left, and the political right. Of course, as the podcast is titled, I'm neither. And so I hope that this is an opportunity for people who consider themselves independently minded will join me in discussions and ideas and build a community around how can we use our solidarity in a way that's going to create the level of momentum and power to challenge the establishment, the establishment that both parties are complicit in. So I'm going to always ask for you guys' patience, and I really am interested, in your feedback. So in part of this introduction, I want to kind of give you some insight as to, where I am. I had always considered myself, a Democrat. And over, I want to say, the Trump years, I began to see the problems. I began to see the problems. Actually, I saw it in the 2016, election. The way that the Democrats ran that election was disgusting. The level of cheating and manipulation that I saw happening in what everybody loves to say our democracy, and I'm using air quotes, around democracy. And it happened again in the 2020 cycle. Same cheating and deceptive practices that I saw in 2016. I saw it again in 2020. So it's just cemented what I feel now about the Democratic Party. I've never been a fan of the Republican Party, and I'm sure that as we continue to have discussions, then I will, pontificate more about what's going on, with the Republican Party. But right now, the Democratic Party is at the forefront, of my mind. I actually never really called Democrats liberals. I always, went with Democrat or Republican. It's just, was my nomenclature, for it. Until about, I would say 2020, when COVID showed up. When COVID showed up, and then with the election and everything, it really started to crystallize for me the problem with liberalism. And the people on the right. People on the right, I understand now why they have such a fear of liberals. It is a valid concern to be alarmed at some of the ways that they are trying to shape, our society. That being said, I also understand why liberals have a fear of the insanity that is going on, on the Republican, side. So one of the things that has really gotten on my nerves with both parties is that each calls the other a hypocrite when they both swim in the sea of hypocrisy. So you've got Republicans that rabidly hate Democrats. I think they call them demon rats. And their disgust with Democrats has gotten to the point where I'm looking at them like, you're so busy focusing on how disgusting Democrats are that you don't even see what Republicans really are. And they'll vote for a filthy, disgusting, crooked, criminal Republican because they don't like Democrats, which is ridiculous. And it doesn't really get us anywhere. As a matter of fact, that way of thinking is actually putting us in a more dangerous, place. And since Trump, I can see Democrats now doing the same thing, with Republicans. Another thing that I don't think that Republicans really, understood is that before Trump, I wasn't like, um, I wasn't feral in my approach to the way that I actually thought about Republicans. I mean, I knew I never wanted to be one, but I actually, kind of thought that some of them, believed in what they were talking about, and it was just, the opposition, party. When Trump showed up on the scene, it showed a level of degenerate, miscreant, small-minded thinking, and the reactionary, um, visceral, emotional actions and conversations that were coming out of people that you would have normally thought of as, okay, somebody I don't agree with everything with, but not that you would see them as evil and malignant and malicious. But Trump changed the whole game. So it's like our political system is like, it's like a toxic wasteland, and the people who we have placed in power are not working for the benefit of the people. And that's one of the things that I'd like to be able to start with a discussion. And I hope that people, will join me. So I'm going to sign off now. I just wanted to test this out and see what I can do for the discourse. I am taking suggestions. So if there's somebody out there in the ether that can connect with me, I would appreciate it. So signing off. Until next time.